All right, thanks everybody for joining us on Valley News Live. We've been talking throughout the week of the risk for severe weather. It's here. Roseau County, a brand new tornado warning has been issued for Roseau now. The storm is starting to bend and turn to the right just a little bit. So if you are in Roseau, a tornado producing storm is on its way. Now, we just looked at a DOT camera offline here and showing a distinct wall cloud with this storm as it's making its way right up the Highway 11 corridor there. So if you are in Roseau, a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, some hail, and the potential for that tornado working its way into Roseau now. You are now included in this tornado warning. Here it is. There's Highway 11 as it bends into Roseau from the Badger area here. So again, tornado warning in effect now till 7 o'clock for most of central, northern, and portions of eastern Roseau County. So that's the latest for you as this storm so far away from the radar beam pointing up at an angle. It gives us a high look at the cloud, what's going on in the high part of the cloud. So we can't always see the tight rotation that's near the ground. What we're looking at is way up high in the cloud. And so it's really muddled, very indistinct to look at there. That storm did produce a funnel cloud as it made its way through the Greenbush area. Now taking a look at another warned storm here. This one for Nelson, Ramsey, and Walsh right on the county line here where you see the hot stuff here, the deep reds. That is a hail core making its way to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. It's heading towards Fairdale and it'll be in the Fairdale area by 6:41. We're watching this storm as well. I am seeing some tight rotation. This is closer to the radar now, so we're getting a little bit more definition to the red pixels and the green pixels right next to each other, right near Brockett, about 5 miles just off to the northwest of the Lakota area is where we have that shear showing up on the radar. So this is a spinning thunderstorm in the lower levels and could possibly produce a tornado. So I would seek shelter in an interior room. We have our storm chaser, Eric Whitehill, positioned on the leading edge of development right now. And Eric Whitehill's shot here, we'll go ahead and take that so you can see what he's seeing from his dashboard. Severe storms all around him. He's seeing a lot of cloud to ground lightning. And again, these storms are really in the early stages of development. And this is the time when we'll have the greatest risk if we are going to see any funnels and tornadoes between now and sunset is typically when we see that. There's just more energy in our hot and juiced atmosphere for tonight. If you're in the Marion area, we have a storm that is blowing into your area capable of 65 to 70 mile per hour winds and hail upwards of 1 inch in diameter. It's just punching into southwestern Barnes County as we speak. So Valley City, you are really under the gun to see a few thunderstorms here. Visible satellite shows these very bright towers blossoming into the atmosphere. Where you see the bright whites, those are those thunderstorm towers reaching 50,000 feet in the atmosphere. So some in northwest Minnesota and a whole line out ahead of a cold front that has stalled itself here in central North Dakota. Anywhere along this boundary, we can see thunderstorm development. We're seeing that now. This area we're watching very, very closely for a pretty good risk for some spin in the atmosphere tonight. That's why Eric Whitehill is doing what Eric Whitehill does. We'll let you know ahead of the storm where it's going and what's going on. So tonight's risks, we have a risk for tornadoes in the early evening, as mentioned, and the greatest hail size will likely be before sunset as well. After that, it becomes a damaging straight line wind threat and flooding rain threat. Anywhere you see yellow, not everybody, but we'll have a chance at seeing some severe storms tonight. So if storms approach your area, make sure that you keep your eyes on the skies. Before I put Fargo's currents over this home of economy shot here from the Devil's Lake area, here is that severe storm to the south and to the east of your area. It is skirting your area. We'll miss Devil's Lake proper, but that storm was the one that we just showed you with the signs of rotation working its way north and east. 96 degrees at Hector, 97 at Moorheads Airport. Winds still gusting over 40 miles per hour. You can see the heat. You can see the cold front. Look at that. Devil's Lake, 78, 82 Cavalier, 93 in Grand Forks. Also, there it is on the big scale out to the west. We have 70s in the western Dakotas. Here's the moisture. Anywhere you see the greens, we have enough moisture to fuel those clouds, heavy rain and thunderstorms tonight. All important, hour by hour forecast. Let's tell you where these things are going. Eastern North Dakota, development happening now as we head towards the 10 o'clock hour. Mike, they'll be moving into the Red River Valley. Up and down, northwest Minnesota could see rounds of thunderstorms and therefore flooding potential. As we get beyond sunset, then you start to see this backward C shape or this bowing structure, damaging straight line winds in excess of 70, maybe even 100 miles per hour, and focused storms could be possible tonight as we replace the hot, muggy air with cooler, drier air. Overnight, storms move through central Minnesota and will be out of here mainly by 4 o'clock in the morning, but we'll still see rain in the early morning forecast. Thursday, much cooler. Hit and miss showers, non-severe weather for us, but strong storms, possibly severe in central Minnesota. Grant County, Wadena County, you could be under the gun for a little bit of activity for tomorrow. We'll keep our eyes on that. 70 to start your day with a good chance of rain here on and off throughout the day in Fargo, with temperatures staying at or below 80 for most of our day tomorrow. 9:25, the time of sunset. Your hometown forecast: 60s, Devils Lake Basin for your afternoon tomorrow. 70 in Wadena, still 75 to 80 here in the valley, but that's a far cry from the mid-90s. A beautiful shot here. Kirsten uploaded from Detroit Lakes. Taking a gander quickly at the 7-day planner, Mike, 78 and breezy on Friday. Father's Day weekend, all important, looks cooler, 70s. A really good chance of more moisture on Saturday, hit and miss showers for Father's Day itself. I'm going to update myself with the radar and the latest. Again, tornado warning in Roseau. Right now, a rotating storm moving towards you. We're watching a rotating storm moving through the Devils Lake Basin as well.
Thanks, Hutch.